Hello, hello. It's bugs, it's bugs, it's bugs. I'll push this back so you get it full view. Okay, well, just my friend here is just waving to you too. Hi. We'll just wait for a few more people to join. I like to get in early because sometimes it doesn't work. But today it's working. So, nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone's okay. Today we're doing coils, and it's all bugs about the letter B. We did dragonflies, which was a bug. We did spiders, which was a black widow, and today we're going to do a butterfly. So we'll look at that in a minute, and we'll be looking at coils and curls and things like that. So excuse the hair, it's getting worse. I must perhaps wear a scarf or something, I don't know, but it's all about fun and just to enjoy it. So we'll just give it another minute just to let other people join. Nice to see I have someone online. We'll take this off, I think. As you can see, I've got my horse on today. So there's, I don't think there's some swirls on here, but as you can see, there's some leaves. There's the checker pattern we did on week 1. There's all these different patterns for you to look at. So, and doing this one today. I don't know if you can see. I like to try and show you. We're doing this sort of patterns today. Some squirrels. Okay, so that will be interesting. So I'll show you a basic pattern, and you can see how it fits together into a lovely design. I mean, that's so simple, just lots of fun. So we will have a look at that later. There's a few designs on this that you might remember that we've gone through. See if I can find them for you. Whoop. Well, there you go. Excuse me. So we've got flowers here. Do you remember we did the triangles here? This is like the basket pattern. These are just lines. Just lines. We did the curls and swirls. We did the scallops. This has got quite a few. This is the this is just wiggly lines. Wiggly lines. This is just checked out. Oh, wiggly lines. Wiggly lines. Just lines. Wiggles. This is checked out. Checker. So there's quite a few there that we've already learned. So we'll just pull together today. Looks like it's time to start. So let's get on. I like to show you that it's quite simple to learn a few designs, and then you can get straight in and do some patterns. Haven't got Barbara today, haven't got Rosie. That's a bit of a shame, but never mind. So today, butterflies, and we're going to learn some coils. Right, when I use my red pen, think of it as a pencil. So one of the ways I sometimes keep my patterns within a section is I'll use a pencil. So say I'll use blue, say I'm doing a design. And as you saw on the elephant, maybe it was his ear. Okay, so here's my elephant's ear. Okay, now if I want to put a design in here and I want all the coils to be roughly the same size, I would use a pencil and I would do the coils that I wanted, like this. Okay, and I would get my pen. And today we're going to learn this one, which is, I haven't gone too in depth. We're just going to do this one. And you can either have it open here or you can close it off. You can make them touch. You can go right into the center. See, they'll almost look like roses. Okay, so this is sort of the design we're going to do. And in some cases, you can go around like this and then go around like that. Okay, so you're joining them together. But say I wanted to put them in here, I would go around using the circles as a template. And then when you erase the pencil, you could start off either outside or inside, whichever's easier for you. And as you can see, the circles help keep me on track. So that is another way to do it. You can put a little one here, as you can see. And there is another design. I've actually used this in one of my latest designs. I did a Buddha for someone and they wanted swells, and I'll just show you. So as you can see, I'm filling out that piece of artwork, and I'll show you this one. This is one I've started. I'm nearly finished. I have to do another one because there's a mistake on it, but never mind. As you can see here, here, the swells. And what I've done is, what I wanted to do is give it some, I'm hoping you can see that okay. What I've done is closer to the body. I've done it quite small, and then as it's gone out, they get bigger. So I've done a design like that. And this is rice paper. So this is watercolour and ink on rice paper. I've backed it, hence it's a bit thicker. So, that was for a commission, but I've made a mistake, so I'll have to start again. I'm on my third attempt. But as you can see, to fill in the area, we would do that. Now, there's other designs you could do. You can just leave it open and not join them up. And I think I like going in different ways, different angles. Yeah. Okay, so you can do it in different ways. So that Buddha painting was this sort of design. My elephant that I showed you earlier is more this design. I really like this one for filling out a piece of artwork. So let's play with this design and see how far we can take it. Which is also this one. Do you remember I said you can keep it going? Okay, so that's all sort of the same one. But there's no reason why we have to do circles. Maybe we could do these ones. Again, it's coils. But it's a nice little, I think I've used this one in my, I did a Doctor Who Cyberman, and I think I used this design because I wanted it to look very blocky. See, you can do it like this. And if we match that one up there, again, going back the other way, as you can see, I've gone a little bit awry there, but there you go. Okay, so we've got the same design, but just breaking it out into some different shapes. And it's quite simple. I haven't really tried that hard. Let's think of another one. Well, we can do square, we can do anything, can't we? We can actually do triangles. Again, it's all part of this coil thing. And if you wanted to, you could start with a square and go to a circle. Why not? Start with a square and go with a circle. Again, we said we were going to try and expand and find different ways to do this. Now we could turn it into a block. So we have all these different, you might want that for maybe, I don't know, maybe you want it for the hair or maybe a tail or something. So again, you can have a coil and a long tail on it. It depends what you want for that design. Okay, so here's a few extra ideas for us to use. Again, if you wanted it on here, you could also have a long tail. You could have them together. There's so many. When you start to doodle, it's quite good, and to expand it. And as you can see in my book, as I expand more ideas, I end up with quite a few in my book. And I can go back, flip through the pages and see which ones I like. If I was really clever, I would put them in a category. So I would have dark designs, lighter designs, and different shapes for straight designs or curly. If I want something a bit more geometric, I'd use these designs. If I want something a bit softer, I'd use curls. So with that in mind, we're going to move on. And it's all quite simple. I've taught so many people how to doodle, and everyone comes away with something. So we're just going to start off with a butterfly today. And it's mainly, okay, now the hard part is matching the other side. So excuse my back for a minute. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it's sort of something like that. Have you got that? Okay, so we're going to be doing butterflies. Okay, most butterflies. We've got to give them a little thing on their head. So first thing we need to look at is splitting our design into patterns. I'll just take that a bit lower because it comes off the you can't quite see it. So if I take that down a little bit, is that a bit better? A bit lower? I take that right off. Right. It's just so that it fits on the board for you to see. Okay, is that a bit better? That's a bit better. So, right. So, we don't want to do one colour or one design all the way across. When we use colours, we usually use a few patterns. So why not have a nice pattern within here? Well, we could put 2 patterns if we wanted. But I'm just going to do the 1, 2, and obviously butterflies usually match each wing. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. You have to excuse me if it's not so perfect. And if you wanted to, you could fold it in half, look up through the water. You could actually do one side, fold it in half, look through the window and copy the other side. You should be able to do that. If you don't quite understand what I mean, message me and I will let you know. So, and down here, what should we do down here? Well, I think I'm just going to do a nice drip function here. And a nice drip function here. Okay, so we've got a few areas to fill in today. So we have the body, that's 1, and the head 2. We've got another 2 these sides. We've got this area is quite big, and we have a nice big drip function. Now, if we look back through the designs we've had recently, we've had quite a few designs. And I just think it would be nice if I use a different colour and go back through some of the designs that we've had. So let's start off. For the head, I am just going to do lines. For the simple reason I want it to look, I'm not going to checkerboard it or anything like that. Just going to do lots of lines because I want it to look a little bit 3D. Okay, so that's that done. If you use intricate designs, just be aware it will take you longer. There's a very big space here. Now we could either put a line here, and so we do half and half and put another line here. We do half and half, but I'm actually going to use the whole piece. And I think what would be nice here is for the pattern, we're going to do the body. And if you remember rightly, we were doing leaves. So if I do that in red, I think you'll be able to see it. My colours are new and quite good. So if we have the body like this, do you remember? Okay. And again, we can use, this is a pencil line, and then erase it as we go. So this was the feather we did the other day. You remember rightly? Okay. And then I did another one inside, just to colour it in and make it stand out, give it that 3D look. And again, you can do your one any way you like. So this is just to show you what you can do, and I'm sure you can do a much better job in a bit longer time. So that's sort of the body. Wasn't that simple? Really simple way of doing a little bit of design. Right, so I've done the body. I want to do these bits because I think they're quite funky. We can do them. So, and this is a very big area around here. So let's do the big area in green because we have a green pen. And what one shall we do? Well, how about some scrolls? I think I might do some scrolls. And I'm going to start here because I'm having trouble. I mean, obviously, I'm using this one because I have such a big space to fill. and I don't really have time, and I want something a bit more intricate because it is a wing, so we have to be a bit mindful of when we do our designs that it is a wing of a butterfly. That has gone a bit wonky through the middle. It is a butterfly, so it should be quite delicate. So I'm just going to go all the way around with this one. And if I wanted to, I remember we could colour these dots in to give it a bit more colour, but it's a delicate wing, so we want to keep it quite lacy. I'm not having a much. There we go. So, oh, missed a bit. So we've got our outside of our wing. Do you remember we were doing these scrolls? That was a bit of fun. We can do the bottom one now. How about blue? Let's go for the blue. And I rather like the circles that I did. So I'm going to use like a soft pattern like I did up here. And what about these circles? Okay. And we're just going to do them. Now, obviously, if I had more time, I would have taken a bit more care. So this is probably my last week for doing this. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you're playing catch up, do contact me. I'd like to thank everyone who's joined me these past few weeks. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself and it's been great sharing with you. I hope you're all staying safe. We didn't even do our breathing exercises. See how that's coming along? Again, you could do a better design than me. We didn't do our stretching. We'll do a little bit more when I end, when we stop. I think I've been had other things on my mind today. I think I've been busy at work and okay, so if we're happy with that, I have a few going the other way. I have a few different sizes. And it was just like the Buddha. So there's that. So it looks a bit flighty, doesn't it? It looks a bit delicate. Right, so now we've got this colour. Go back to the green. So we're going to just do greens and blues. So what colours, what can we do in here? Well, I quite like the idea of just lines and maybe do a line in there, give it some colour. Colour the middle one in, perhaps. That looks quite good. And maybe dots around here. So that will give us an idea. We'll do the same over here. And we'll do another one there. So we'll do dots on the outside. Again, I'm sure you've got a better pattern that you could do. But it's just to give you an idea of how I come up with my patterns. I just see what I think might look nice there. So these last couple up here, should we go back to red? I think we could have a bit of red over here, why not? So I am going to choose, some scales because they're easy and quick to do. And the idea is today just to give you an idea of what it looks like when you start to put your design together. Because normally we just do one design a week, but I think today we can actually fill it in. Because we're getting quite better now, and I don't think I need to show you so much. I think it's quite okay. And then we just quickly do some scales. There we go. So there's that one, and again on this side. Okay. So I hope you're all staying safe and keep hydrating. You have to excuse this very fast. It's not great, but you get the idea, don't you? Because normally I would sit and go over it quite intently with you, but I've got lots to do, and it's only just stopped raining, and I need to get to the allotment. You can always go back and check any of my other videos, and I'm sure you will find a design that you might like. with a pattern you might like, and we can just build up all these patterns. And if I count how many patterns we've learned over the time, we have learnt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're on 21 now. So yeah, I should work that out because I put the numbers on it. We're on 21 now, so you've absolutely got a big enough palette now to just about do anything that you would like. So in here, what should we do in here? Let's do blue, shall we? Should we do blue? And we've got a lot. So I think I might do veins. There we go. So I'm sure, like I say, you could do something a lot better, but it's just to show you how to put together. So I had just an outline, and I broke it up into sections, and then I chose which I thought I wanted in each section. So with no further ado, I can just about finish this off. Again, we only had 20 minutes just to give you a quick look. So, okay, it's not great, but it's an idea. Give you an idea. But today's pattern was the curls, and you saw how we expanded from this simple design into about 5 different ways of doing it. And don't forget, if you want to make it darker, colour in the centres or something, and maybe do a colour at the end. So you can always make it a little bit bigger. Notice how that changes it as well, or make it thicker. You know, there's so many different things you can do to it. So thank you for joining me today. Just take a moment to relax. Look at those shoulders. Take some deep breaths. And thank you for joining me. So see you again. As I said, this is my last week. So it's Wednesday, 2 more days. So hopefully you'll join me for those last 2 days. And stay safe, everyone. Keep washing those hands. Bye.